Hi, this is the help video for Access Chapter 8, Problem Solve 1, and we are starting at step number 7 in the instructions. So we're going to create an update query that will update all address fields and contact phone for participants in the table participants. The data that you're going to use is in this updated participant info table. So what do we want to do here? How would we think through this? Well, I'm going to start building my query just as a select query first. Make sure I get everything okay, then switch it over to the update query. So the first thing that we want to do is use the, table. Okay, so we want to create a query in design view, and we're going to use table updated participants and table participants. Notice there's no line between here, but I do need to connect them, right? Participant ID fields match. See this right here in the instructions? That's the clue that you need to link these together. So I'm just going to put a line between them, and so now that's like an inner join. You have to have a match in both. So then we're going to, from table participant, we're going to all address fields. So street, city, state, zip code, and phone number. We're going to add all of those from our table participant. So if I run it now, I just get the two records, okay, that have updated information. So if I look at this update, look, there's only 2 participants that have new mailing information. And so because this is a join, even though there's more participants, none of these people are in the updated participant info. So that's an example of your inner join. So now what we need to do is change this to an update query. We're going to change the grid here at the bottom, and we're going to pick what we're updating it to, right? We're updating it to new address. Oops, Helen. I was not thinking there. So update to, and we're going to put new address tab, and then new city. And I don't have to include the table name here because the fields are named something different. They're not 2 states or 2 cities. One's city and one's new city. So it should work out fine. We don't have to explicitly say which because they are different names. So new zip, and then new phone. Okay. So I'm going to run it. 2 rows are going to be updated. That's cool. We're going to save it. QRY, update, participant, and we're good. 7 is done. All right, let's move on to step 8. Participant Ian McShane, who is participant ID 3, has notified Putts for Paws that he has to withdraw from the event. You've been asked to remove him from the tables in the database. So if we look at that, and the first place I would go would be this relationship window. So if we remove Ian from the participant table, if he has orders or a role or this participant orders, we want his deletion to happen in all of those tables, because we don't want to delete the participant and then have stuff that's supposed to go back to that ID 3 and then there's no ID 3 anymore. So we need to modify this relationship. So what I would do is double click on all of these and say cascade delete. Double click, cascade delete. Double click, cascade delete. That's already on. Okay, so then I would save it, and now if I delete here, it's going to flow down. That deletion will, related records will be also deleted. All right, so we're going to have a query that is going to delete Ian. So we have to set this up. So query design, the table we want is participant, and we really just need participant ID. Let's see if they want us to do anything else. I don't think so. All we need is participant. So right now, if we're looking at this and I run it, if I view it, it's all of our participants. But we know that he is number 3. So I'm going to put 3 in there, look at it again, and there's his one record. So now if I change this to a delete and I run it, I'm going to delete one row and it's gone. But in addition, anything that he had in any child tables to the participant would also be gone. I went ahead and saved this as query delete participants, and we're done with step 8. Step 9. Create an outer join that lists all participants, so all participants, and then participant orders, even if a participant does not have an order. So that's going to show you which, when you're changing your join property, which is going to be the all. All right, so let's go ahead and create in query design tables. And so we want, let's see, this is participant orders. So we want the table participant, and we want table participant orders. Okay, so now, right now, that's an inner join, right? So only those participants that have an order will show. So let's see what we want here. We want participant ID, first name, last name, and then amount paid and order date. So if I run this now, I'm just going to get those people that have placed an order. But that's not what I want. I want all participants. So I need to come to this line, double click, and then read which one. So include all records from participant, and that's what we want. We want all of these, and then if there's any order information, show it. So let's do that, and let's run that. And so now I get all of the participants and any purchase information that they might have. I'm going to go ahead and save this as QRY participant orders. So we're done with step number 9. Step number 10, we're going to do another outer join, but this time it's participant and participant roles. So we're going to work the same way. So we're going to create a table, create a query in design view using participant And then this time it's participant role. They have a relationship. And what do they want? They want include ID, first name, last name, and then corporate ID and role. So once again, if I view this now, I only get those that have an established role. But I really want to see all participants. So I need to modify this join property by double-clicking and reading which one I want. Table participants. Notice the arrow, and here if I run it, now I get everybody, and if they have a corporate ID and a role, then they're going to be listed. So let's go ahead and save this. QRY participant roles, and we can close that. All right, so we're done with 10. 11, create a find unmatched query that displays all the participants who do not have an order. So we're going to create, this time we're going to use the wizard. So unmatched, the table that has everything is the participants. The table that we're trying to find where there's no match is the participant orders. It's joined on participant ID, and participant ID, first name, last name, and that's it. Next, we're going to save this as QRY unmatched part orders. And so here is everybody that's a participant that has not placed an order. We can close that out. We have one more. So 12, create an inner join, which we know is just our normal join, that includes company name from table corporate and role from table participants. Okay, so this is going to be company roles. So all we're going to do is create a query in design. The table we want is corporate and participant role. There's a link between them, so we're good. All we want is company name and role. If I run it, we can see each of these companies, what the role is. So we're going to go ahead and save this as QRY company roles. And I believe we're done with this problem solve. All right, thank you everyone.